Okay, I digressed and talked about China and I pretty much had to pretty much get out the way the definition and pretty much show that there's a difference between communism and progressive taxation. Okay, it's it is social. It's socialism because it helps the people who need it. The people in poverty. Obviously, the people with means should give to the people without means so that they can also get means themselves, and pretty much build a cycle of a booming economy. That's how it's formed. Okay, so much I had to talk about that and pretty much explain how economies do go through booms, and and how people become prosperous, or people become get money, and people live. It's nice to live. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Living's a lot. So much I have to choose between life and happiness. I think wouldn't you say that the chicken before the egg? I think that's a little bit of a no-brainer. How can you have happiness without life? Chicken and egg. I don't even. That's not even a chick. That's yeah. A kid can figure that out. So pretty much back to how pretty much yes. China, yes, you're also going through China's is going through the same problem. It has many different corporations. Stock exchange, Nikkei, talk about Japan, equal amount of debt in the United States. So, what's interesting is, I was looking, I was doing a little comparison. So, India, it's a pretty poor country, and it has free market, economy, but it also has very lax regulation from what little bit I know. I'm not going to talk about a lot of these countries that I know a little about their regulation and stuff like that. But it has $73 billion in debt, or in the United States, interest in the United States. And yeah, people think of India as a very poor country. Okay, Bill Gates is going there to vaccinate people with medicine, and we're helping because it's developing, and it's a very large country, large populace, and it's and they're giving us money. Very strange. So these robber barons, okay, they're not. It's not only in the United States, not only in Mexico. It's in China and India too. Um, so yeah, I mean, you guys can. We need to help them fix it, but also they can. The people with means there can help fix it too, and give to the people in poverty, so they can be mobile, and institute some sort of policies that allow citizens to live the right to life. The right to life. This is what it's about. Okay, that's what it's about. Forget about all that American dream stuff. The right to life. Okay, it's I like living. No job, got kicked out of school, but you know, I have many reasons to be unhappy. No girlfriend, none of that. And I'm dwindling down to my last bit of income. But yeah, I like living. Okay, and yeah, and I can find reasons to be happy besides my situation. And people need hope. It's like, yes, show them that. I mean, it can happen. Okay, hard work, all that. Um, they just need the ability. Um, work together. You know, and cooperation between not only the United States but other governments, stuff like that. Yes, world peace. I mean, it can happen. I mean, I don't know what your people really want to use with military weapons when people would rather just have their lives and actually work and you know I don't know, just freaking check Facebook. Yeah, I would be surprised. Yeah, I would be willing to bet that if people had trade places with just a little nerd like me, it's like wow, all you do is sit on the computer, play video games, and check Facebook. I want to bet a lot of people in India would love that shit. In China too, or just people in poverty. Yeah, they love that. That's the most amount of happiness. You're talking about that third world problem stuff. Yeah, they love that. But yeah, they have to see that they can. Yeah, I mean it's yeah they can. The life is a little bit more. If people start valuing life opposed to their greed, yeah. If people start investing in life and actually have compassion, be a philanthropist, you can if you care about people and understand them, you can be prosperous. Talk about Mr. Carnegie Steel. He was a robber baron, but he got that wealthy because he understood people. So if you make your business in investing in people, you can make money, lots of it. So there is an American dream. If you make life, your dream. Talk with Yeah, I've suggested this on Twitter many times. If you make life your American dream, you can be quite mobile. So that if I had to give a key to being prosperous, all these get rich quick schemes, that would be it, and it wouldn't be a scheme. It'd be the truth. Yes. So yes. So in all honesty, yes. This military. I don't really see its purpose. But yeah. So let's talk about so China. There's other countries. So much Luxembourg. That small European country that's looks like it's not it's very small. Okay, it has $146 billion in United States debt. Okay, and that is a monarchy. A very small country has that much money in our debt. Like yes, that Luxembourg is a monarchy, and it's showing. We are servants to a crown, and Luxembourg is one of them, as well as Belgium. Belgium. So I got to play this story about. I was in New York, and so I was just talking to random people. And it's New York. It's like if you can't find a random person in New York, you're not going to find. I mean, it's nothing but randomness. Diversity. I love it. So I was standing at the train terminal. I was doing lots of standing at the train terminal. And I started talking to just random people, and one of them I talked about was like this really, she was just an attractive lady. She looked gorgeous, and she was professional in this business suit and stuff like that. So I just said just talked to her, said hello, and she told me that she was worked for the United Nations. It was like that's why it's just talking to people in New York in general is that you're gonna find out like they work for really important people. And yeah, she worked for the United Nations, and she was a lawyer for the foreign dignitaries in Belgium. Belgium, waffles and stuff like that. Belgium. Yeah, they have how much debt in the United States? I think it was somewhere around what? Yeah, $400 billion in debt in the United States. The population of Belgium is 11 million people. That's a lot. That's good. What, $1,000 per person or something like that? It's close. It's ballpark estimate. Let me do the math. Uh, yeah, it's if $1,000 per person, it's considered globally, that's a lot of money. That's just in the debt. So the thing is, there's this big multinational bank in Belgium. It's called Euroclear, and there's many of these banks, many of these multinational banks. Just to show you how that this stuff about how we don't know the value of our money, and we're talking about the libertarians talk about, oh, we need to go back on the gold standard and stuff like that. It's like, what are you? I mean, yeah, we do. Sounds good. If we did, we need to. So what does that mean? So pretty much I looked. So this Euroclear has, look on this website. I posted it on Twitter and Facebook. It has blood on their hands. This is talking about the Keystone operation. Yeah, it's a monarchy. Belgium is a monarchy. Another monarchy. We're still serving the crown. Okay, we're talking about King Philip or something like that. Crazy, King Philip. Well, yeah, I have a brother named Philip. King Philip. This multinational corporation, or this Euroclear, he's king of this country over there. It's the motto of the nation of Belgium is unity, or is what it called? Power through unity. It's like, okay. And I believe Belgium has a income disparity as well. So back to this Euroclear, which is centered in Belgium, along with a lot of these banks that hold a lot of the world's wealth. Okay. So Euroclear, pretty much, it says that through all of its transactions annually, its GDP, or I wouldn't call it a GDP. The bank alone, it turns over, it moves through buying and selling of just stuff. What was it 400 and this number's insane. Its transactions, Euroclear has transactions of 570 trillion euros, which is more than a dollar. $1 trillion a year. Trillion. So we're talking about our 18 trillion dollars deficit in the United States government. So it clears so much. You're talking about our big dicks Buffett and is like hiding money. It's like, yeah, this is where people hide money. It's like when you're talking about money like this, it's like who cares you can carry around a wall? Who cares you can carry around a credit card? You own everything. You can just literally like walk into a place and like just tell them, matter of fact, you just had shit sent to you. And like you don't even have to like pay for it, or even have to worry about like looking at a bank account. It's just like, I guess, yeah, monarchy is just like, give me my stuff, please. Or wow. I mean that's an incredible amount of money just being moved in assets alone. Euroclear has like just assets, just that it has, so amongst the that is fixed, it has $33 trillion in fixed assets. So much, if we're talking about invading a country for money, which is stupid. We don't need to freaking do that. We just need to arrest them. Yeah, we'd go to. I mean, talking about Iraq and oil, which we did go there for oil. This, Michael Moore was right, but we're talking chump change. like for oil, it's like, yeah, maybe $1.6 trillion, was it? Like, no, we're talking $33 trillion in assets in this one bank in Belgium. Yes, I mean, I looked for like the facts and figures of like this bank, and they got rid of them, or wouldn't even have to have them. But the thing is, what let this this shit show out was a big dick being arrogant, like I am too. But yeah, arrogance, the downfall. So, which if you guys are, I don't even know if you guys are awake. If you're not awake now, you'll probably never be. It's talking about deafening. This is unbelievably. This is like literally blasting. This should be like blasting through your eardrums right now. Yeah. So. $33 trillion in assets. I did the math. People understand. It's kind of hard to understand economics. I don't completely understand it too, and I shouldn't have to. I'm a chemist. So pretty much to understand that how much money, you just have to visualize it, and so much. I made a video about Neil deGrasse Tyson. In the showing visualizing how much $1 billion is. It's in his campaign, a penny for NASA and stuff like what was it? A few percent of the federal budget. It's like, well, it's like it amounts to metric weight of 68 million metric tons of gold. I was like, holy crap, that's a lot. Remember the movie Die Hard, John McClane? He went to the New York, and he went to what was it, the Federal Reserve Bank, and they took out how many metric tons was it in gold? What was it, or just how much is there in general? I'm not talking about a freaking movie. There's like there's somewhere around 7,000 metric tons of gold is in in that bank. 7,000 metric tons are in that bank. So you have Belgium. It has just what should be worth um, um, well more than 7 million metric tons. So pretty much 1,000 times more than what you saw in that movie in Belgium. And we're talking about financial disparities and friggin' Warren Buffett and his gosh dang, yeah. What this is like causing, and we're surprised that our global economy is causing, um, causes, world, crashes in our financial system. Like, if you want to know, the world wants to know where to find their money, go to places like Belgium, go to places like Luxembourg, European Union, all these places where the money is pooled. Okay, follow the money. Okay, that's where you'll find solutions to getting back on the gold standard, if you want to, in actually fixing the financial crisis and getting the economy moving again, making the poor people, be able to achieve the same wealth and happiness, just ensuring the American dream, as well as life, which is more important, which gives you life, the dream, which gives you motivation to actually live. Yep. That's a lot of money. $33 trillion. It'd fill almost 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools in gold. That's a lot. You need to pretty much, and this is a lot of this stuff was taken from the World Bank, U.S. Commerce, Bureau of U.S. Commerce, Security Exchange Commissions, and yes, this regulation, it has to be global. Now it does. It definitely has to be global. So it's more, yeah. I'm talking about like how these offshore funds, these offshore banks, they do exist and people do use them. For example, our foreign, who else owns our foreign debt? A lot of these offshore banks. The Caribbean Central Bank owns even more, or even more than Belgium. It owns, what is it? Well, not more. A little bit less. $308 trillion or billion dollars in our nation's debt. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's where a lot of people keep their money. These huge banks hold money and are responsible for there's poverty throughout the world. So yeah, if people are going to get mad, if governments are going to get mad at the banking sector. And if the banking sector wants to get mad at your greed, and get mad at the fact that you went off the gold standard, because that would be the way to fix it. So start showing your papers. Start confessing. Start thinking about your sins, because you got a lot of blood on your hands. Yeah. Do that every time you look at some money. It's worth it. Worth life. How much would you give? How much money would you give for your child? Um,